incentive mechanisms is a question of carrots and sticks. So in many cases, for example, where there are multiple entities which are operating on the same network on a same IT infrastructure, for example, a concrete example would be that if I do not invest in good security, my action is going to affect the security of the network. And that insecurity of the network is also going to affect the objectives or the gains which other player who is using the same piece of infrastructure can get. So the question of incentive mechanism here would be to how to sort of tax or impose fines or penalties on these entities, so that if they do not invest adequately at adequate levels of security, they are subject to such fines and taxes. So this is like a stick mechanism. It is this financial imposition or liability which these entities face if they don't react to it. The second very powerful instrument is offering carrots, offering rewards, positive rewards to these entities to make them more incentivized to do the right thing. And for example, in electricity demand response, what we observe is in many cases, if the consumers are given small rewards in terms of rebates in their bills or in terms of certain less utility bills at the end of each month, in order when they are doing certain nice thing, or when they are not using as much electricity when they're supposed to be using, or if they are installing some security technology in their home area networks or in the advanced metering infrastructures, if they're doing the right thing, then the goal would be to incentivize them in some positive way. In the current deployments of these monitoring technologies and control technologies, what is missing is the human component. How these autonomous technologies interact with human decision making. And it's a very sort of interesting and complicated question, because if the incentives and the actions of human decision makers, whether they are network operators or users of infrastructure systems, are not taken into account, then the effectiveness of control algorithms becomes less. So in some sense, these control mechanisms and diagnostic tools have to take into account both the autonomous technology part and the actions and incentives of human decision makers, so that both of them are compatible with each other, so that the human decision makers are able to take or to sort of realize the offerings which are offered by the diagnostic and control mechanisms. And the control mechanisms should be able to take into account the likely responses of human decision makers while implementing autonomous actions. So this viewpoint of the interaction between control theory, robust control technology, and the incentive mechanisms is a very recent one. And what we have is now a big support from NSF for 5 years to sort of really do design foundations which combines these two tools, the tools from economic incentives, game theory, mechanism design, and the tools from diagnostics, control, robust control, together to improve the robustness and resilience of cyber-physical systems, and in particular transportation, electricity, and water networks.